Thank you for your interest in Skywave antennas. We've been designing antennas for the meter industry for 18 years.
I think in the beginning, we had this antenna. It could look like any other antenna. It sits on the ground. We wanted to make it basically something the industry was already familiar with. But it's very unique, and we kept kind of asking everybody around us, trying to come up with a concept. What should we call this? Weirdly enough, eventually we landed on GroundHog. It kind of dominated any other antenna that was on the ground.
You can use it for anything, whether it's gas or flood control, toxic wastewater.
This antenna has been run over with a truck loaded down with steel, and the truck weighed 78 tons. We wanted to make an antenna that could live in the real world. So we've run it over with lawnmowers, trucks. We want people to be able to put this out there and then basically forget about it.
How we're able to do that is a technology we call dynamic tuning. And what that really does for us is be able to use one antenna across all platforms without any intervention by the end customer. One thing about the GroundHog antenna that we can also say, setting on the ground, it does not detune if you pile mud and leaves and other debris on top of it. So that way it maintains a good load, 50 ohm load to the transmitter in the pit. It survives the heat that we spoke about before, just the sun, the UV, ultraviolet, and also flooding. We're IP67, so you don't have to worry about the floods coming through, and seeding is still going to be working.
So as a company, you can put this out in the field, and then when you say you guys swap to a different carrier, or you swap to a different frequency, you don't have to change the antenna. You can just leave it in the pit and just swap out your equipment. So the GroundHog is a very unique antenna. It covers 600 megahertz to 6 gigahertz. That includes 5G, LTE, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, LoRa, Cat-M, and ISM.
Where that comes in handy is if it's mounted in a pitlet and this coax comes in contact with the ground around a metal pipe or anything else, it will not detune the antenna, so the antenna maintains its efficiency. So that's very important to not only to cover all the bands, but to isolate it and not cause any detuning.
We have outside labs do our third-party verification for us to ensure that we have a quality product. This GroundHog antenna truly is groundbreaking technology.